What's going on, guys? Welcome to the June 24th edition of WWE NXT with your host. I am Mr. Laker. Rest in peace, Kobe. This is Arrow, a.k.a. Nikazoid.
This is your boy Fizz, a.k.a. you know it is, J Fizzle, Fizz Nation. Gotta add that to it. But your AEW fan.
Oh, man. Anyway, this is your boy. Everyone loves to hate. Everybody hates me, and they don't even know why they hate me. But it's cool. It's your boy, OB Times. What's going on?
All right, guys. Look here. I don't know how we're necessarily going to cover this one. It's not going to be the typical where we kind of cover, like, promos, backstage segments, all that good stuff, just because a lot of it's recaps from the last, like, 2 or so weeks. So, the first match of the night gave us Damian Priest. I don't know if he's heel or face. Like, I don't know if he's going to take the Big Show route on this, but he was going against Cameron Grimes. Damian kind of played the face role, especially with him being injured and Cameron Grimes just taking all kind of advantage of it. It was a quick match, quick opener. What was his name? His finisher, the cave-in. He beat him. He did a cave-in to the outside, which was nice, onto the injured rib. So I like that.
That was a nice
and then he finished it off with a cave-in in the ring. Damian Priest is a loser.
You're right. He loses no matter what.
Yeah, he's not a loser. I should have worded that different. He's not a loser. I like Damian Priest. Fizz calls him Prince, but he loses every week. Like every week he loses. Like and the casual fan, how are you supposed to take Priest serious when he loses to literally everything and everybody? But yeah, quick match. Cameron Grimes got the win. I can't wait for Priest to actually get a win so we can see where he goes from here.
One of these days, if I play a WWE game, I'm gonna have so many creative names: Nature Flair, David Prince, Bobby who?
Bobby Rafferty.
Anyways, to get to the serious, man. The match was okay. The only thing I liked about the whole match, to be completely honest, was that cave-in outside. When he did that, I was like, oh, shoot. But Damian, he sold the energy somewhat well. I liked that he kept going back to the ribs every single time that he had the opportunity to for the match. Grimes, I just don't like this character. When he was with the Hurricane, I'm trying to think of his name real quick, his actual wrestling name. What's his name real quick? Can't even pop in my head right now.
Gregory Helms?
Gregory Helms. Like, I like when he had that duo Impact, but I just don't like Grimes. But the match overall was okay. That's all I got to say.
I don't want to call Damian Priest a loser either. It's just, man, every match he does, he loses. Even in Ring of Honor, I went back and watched his stuff as Punisher or Punishment Martinez, which one he wanted to use. And he's just losing matches. He barely wins. I don't get it. He's a good worker.
Yeah.
But, if you're in pro wrestling, you want to take this stuff seriously, just like in any type of sport, if you lose, you're not going anywhere. So they have to build him up and make him have some type of wins if people want to if you want to make him a legitimate competitor and not even a star. If you just want to be a legitimate competitor, you got to have some wins under your belt. And yeah, I don't know what's up with Cameron Grimes either. I say Eva. But I just don't understand why. Like he comes out, he looks like a hobo with a top hat.
It's just interesting.
Yeah, I'm not understanding like what's his gimmick. Like why is he wearing that top hat? Like what is his gimmick? And I don't understand. And then the whole match, I like how they actually did some good psychology, but Cameron Grimes isn't a heel. And he's not a face either. I don't know what they're doing with that whole dynamic. But they got to fix it some way.
Some of these NXT stars got to have an identity. Like Damian Priest, I don't know if he's a heel or a face, so it's hard to get sympathy when he was going against Finn Balor. He just attacked Finn Balor, had the chair on his throat and everything. So I'm like, you see that. But then 2 weeks later, or 3 weeks now, after the TakeOver pay-per-view, now he's a sympathetic babyface in this role. because he got beat up and jumped. But if I'm a casual fan, I'm gonna look at it and be like, well, you got your come up because you did the same thing to Finn Balor a couple weeks ago, so it's happened to you. They need to give him something because the only thing I know about Damian Priest is he wants to be remembered. The only thing you're going to be remembered for is losing.
And wearing them suspect pants.
I was going to say the same thing too, though, Arrow. Like, even with Grimes, he interfered with Finn Balor. The same thing, I was like...
Right.
Like, you're making yourself relevant, but you're not relevant.
Yeah. So they gotta finish that off. I know I won't talk about backstage segments, but Robert Stone, he's actually pretty entertaining. Like
it's funny.
He's trying to
Robbie E.
Yeah, that dude is cool. He's pretty entertaining. Like he tried to get Rhea Ripley again. Rhea Ripley, I'm gonna get into her part during the match. I'm gonna get to that. But Thatch did another wrestling promo. I actually like those. Like it shows a legitimacy to how to do moves correctly, and it makes him seem like he's really honed his craft. So I like those.
Robert Stone.
What's up?
The Robert Stone brand, what he calls it.
Yeah, exactly. Robert Stone. Maybe he can recruit you, Fizz. The next match was weird. We saw our cruiserweight champion, Santos Escobar, versus Jake Atlas. It went on way too long for me, especially the way they're trying to build Escobar. Yeah, Jake Atlas is still green in the ring, rhyming accidentally, but he still hasn't really built that character. Like, and his not trying to beat down on him, but Jake Atlas, you got to make me believe in the moves you're doing. Like when you're hitting and it's like this and you're just hitting, there's no impact, there's no meaning behind your passion. Like you're fighting for Drake Maverick, but you're boring in this match. In this match, of course, like it went on. It should have been, Escobar honestly should have just took him out within 5 minutes, honestly. But I like the Phantom Driver. Another problem I had, like I said, it was the slow pace. Like, you guys are cruiserweights. I'm not saying everything needs to be flippity flip, but you guys are cruiserweights, so there needs to be a distinguishment between the heavyweights, the light heavyweights, and the cruiserweights, stuff like that. It looked like they were following motions because it would look like when Escobar was going to do a move, Jake Atlas would kind of just wait for it. And I'm like, it really threw me off the match. So,
Onto that, like where Atlas did that little,
that smack, and then
it was crazy. And then Escobar sold it as if it was a strong slap. Like he fell back. I was like, what? Like, was that like?
Yeah, that was weird.
I'm about to do this real quick. Call it. And I was like, that was like almost like y'all were dancing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And it was like, you didn't sell it that well, dude. Like, you definitely organized. You made it look fake.
Yeah, exactly.
You're supposed to be a collegiate wrestler. Like, everyone knows who you are.
Why you make that noise? Say, like, why?
That's what it was. Like, it wasn't a Ric Flair. Like, it was like,
yeah, he just kind of like,
it was like he see, and if I don't want to. Well, I fuck it. You know what? It was like sissy throws. That's what it looked like. You got to put some emphasis in your punches.
it's right.
And plus, since you're fighting for Drake Maverick, I need to see that fire in your eyes. Even though you can be a face and get beat up, and then you show that fire. Oh yeah, exactly.
Humberto Carrillo reminds me of a Jake Atlas, and when Humberto with this feud he's doing, you can tell that he done got his ass whooped because when he every time Seth or any of the disciples are around, he's trying to hurt them. But he's still on the good side, but he's like, yo, I'm not going to just let y'all do that to me. Same thing applies, Jake.
Yeah, exactly. And I gotta see some more fire from Escobar. Because dude in Lucha Underground, the dude was a beast.
He's a collegiate wrestler. He's known to be good all over the world.
Yeah.
That dude, he can definitely be a real good heel. I don't know who put this match together, but it just looked like they just wanted them to showcase both of their skills. But if you're trying to put Escobar and make him a top heel, because his promos are immaculate and with this character, it is awesome. And then you have to show how bad he is, and he don't have to squash nobody. Just do a quick 5-minute match, and let him dominate, and just make him look good. But the match was so they got to do a little bit of a better job with the heel and face stuff.
They way too long.
Like I said, it shouldn't have been a squash match, but the match went on way too long, and it was slow for a cruiserweight match. But next, and I gotta actually look at this so I don't butcher her name, but it was Casey.
Hold on. Before we do, can we just talk about this promo? Because this promo was kind of funny, but at the same time, I was like, it ties into what
are we talking about? What promo?
The whole Roderick Strong promo.
I guess.
I'll just talk about it. So
I ain't talking about it.
Yeah, go ahead, Fizz.
My thing is, like, what are they doing to his character? Like, the promo was, like, last week promo, this week promo, I saw the connection of why they did it, but I feel like they're making his character development almost as if he's not Roderick Strong like he was. Roderick Strong goes into matches. I got no problem wrestling you. Let me prove myself. I am the dude. And then this whole psychology thing, playing around with this, I just feel like they're about to destroy his character on NXT.
Because of how Dexter Lumis is, though, like he's playing with his mental, so I get it. Get it,
but at the same time, I'm like, Roderick Strong though.
But see, once we get him back, though, that'll be the payoff.
And what they need to do is they need to have Dexter Lumis like show up at his house and stuff like that to really mess with your psyche. Because if you're just seeing him at work, that's really nothing. Well, it's kind of something, but you just seeing him at the venue. You got to I need to see Dexter Lumis like ride up in a black car and just peek at his home, or like have like Roderick Strong with his homies or something. They with his family
everywhere,
and then he's everywhere.
That would bring his character to be like, oh, I'm really scared of you, versus it being one match made me really scared of you. Now these promos are extending that, where he's not even in the vicinity.
I mean, there'll be a payoff, but Katie Catanzaro and Caden Carter, they went against Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai. I'm sold on Raquel. I'm sold. Like, she's doing everything right, and she's not even doing like dastardly heel stuff, but she knows her character and she's killing it. Like, I love her. Dakota Kai, she plays a perfect heel right now, especially coming from when she was a good face. So I like their team together. It's gonna implode one day. So to see who's gonna become the face out of that group, that'll be for another day. But of course, Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez won the match. Caden Carter, like Casey Catanzaro, I got to see more from her. It was kind of hard to see her in this match because she was so small, height, everything. Like, when she tried to get on Raquel's back, it looked like Raquel was wearing a backpack. Like it was crazy. But that also shows her size and dominance. I would like to start seeing Raquel get some of the wins. I would like to see her get some of the pins. I see what they're doing. Obviously you have her do the majority of the beating, so Dakota gets the wins. That's classic heel stuff. But I would definitely like in some singles matches and stuff to see Raquel, especially with that choke slam and stuff she be doing. I'm sold on her.
I'm with you. Gonzalez, I like how she is becoming, well, not saying becoming, she has been from the beginning, the giant of female wrestling in NXT. She's killing it. She looks intimidating. The fact that they pick two superstars for opposing forces that are small, so she can have that giant look as well. Overall, the formula looks good. The match was okay. I'm just going to simply say that. Dakota Kai submits. End of story.
Yeah. Like I like this match as well. I think the smaller girls, they should have did more things on the ground because since you're small, like you want to beat people down, get them on the ground, do a bunch of ground moves instead of doing a whole bunch of high flying stuff. Because if somebody's small, you're bigger than them. Why are you flying across the ring and stuff? Because they're gonna catch you because they weigh
Which
much.
Raquel, they always let her do that, and I love
Yeah.
it.
But yeah, and yeah, but I do really need to see the smaller girls actually be on the ground and beat them down for a little bit. Raquel Gonzalez did the awesome monster heel stuff. I loved her power bomb she did. She picked up Katie and kicked the other chick and then power bombed the crap out of her. I was like, that. I love that. And she just looks dominant. Dakota Kai and that team just looks like a badass heel team. I want to see more of them. They just they do well together, and they
Yep.
just like whoever paired them has a very good sight because
Yep.
they're gonna be the real deal soon. So that's
One thing I want to say, since I think this is the last time. No, it's not the last time we see women, but I am going to give a negative critique to NXT because we still have not had Io Shirai wrestle a match since she won the championship. I don't like that. People need to, especially if you're a casual fan, we need to showcase her. Like, she ain't got to be there every week, but we need to showcase her as champion. Not, the only showcase we done seen was when she beat up Bayley and Sasha last week at the show, but we need to get her in the ring, let people see why she's the champ. But, that's just, just a little nitpick, but nothing too serious. And what do we got next? Karrion Kross versus Bronson Boring. I'm just playing. Bronson Reed. I don't really know how to critique the match. I mean, I do. Of course, the right person won. We were talking about this yesterday during the actual show when we were all conversing. I like that Bronson Reed got some kind of offense because, Blue and Fizz pointed out he is a larger guy. He doesn't look bad in losing. He's probably put up the most amount of offense besides Tommaso. So, I mean, there's nothing to be ashamed of. Now that I think about it, Obi, I do agree. Karrion Kross does need to sell some effects. If he's going against smaller guys, go ahead and take the beating, whatever, no sell. But if a big guy, especially a 300-plus pound guy, comes splashing at you, sell it somewhat. You still want to look dominant, but that's probably my one critique. I like that he has the chokehold, puts him out, and that compensates because it really shows how strong Kross is when he's able to get that back drop on people. But just in case he may not be able to pull it off sometimes, the chokehold's a more safe zone to finish somebody off. But quick, effective match. It continues to build up Kross with his undefeated streak.
For me, the only complaint, and you basically just hit it, like, it's a big guy. I get Kross supposed to be like this violent, crazy psychopath that just eliminates anybody who comes his way. But I just wish the match looked it more like there was two bigger wrestlers fighting against one another, or even him being crazy. Here's another bigger wrestler that I'm fighting against. I felt like it was just another squash match, even though it lasted a little bit longer than a squash match. That's my only negative I gotta say about the match for me. Even though we did talk about it, it did make it look like he was a contender that he was fighting against, but it's another squash match. That's it.
Yeah, like I was telling them earlier, I do like that they had Bronson Reed do some stuff on him, but yes, Kross has to sell. You have to make it look like a contest, because a German suplex, if you actually do a German suplex on somebody, the shit hurts. So it don't matter how big you are. Actually, the bigger you are, the more it hurts. So if you get a German suplex, you need to sell it. And that just kind of made it look fake if you're going to do a German suplex and not sell anything. If people splash you and you're not going to sell anything. If a big dude actually jumped on you, it's going to hurt. You have to sell it. Even if you sell it for a few seconds, sell the impact of it. You got hit, you got to sell it. Don't just boom and nothing, because it takes everybody out of the match, because here you want people to be invested. And how do you get people invested? You have to make them believe. If people don't believe in what you're doing, it takes everything out. So that's one of the big things I have with that. I'm glad that they had Bronson Reed do something to him, but Cross has to sell it. You got to sell it.
One thing I will say, and Obi, you actually pointed this out. Bronson Reed looked weird doing an enziguri. Like,
oh yeah,
like,
that was weird. I don't understand why nowadays why big people do these cruiserweight moves. Because yes, back in the day, Vader did a Vader bomb. Guess who kicked out that Vader bomb? No, but not the Vader bomb, but the moonsault that he did.
Yeah.
Who kicked out of that? Nobody kicked out of that, and that's a big move for a guy to be doing. Why in the world are you doing enziguris? Why are big fat folks doing dives out the ring? Why are you doing that? That's not for you to do.
You said big fat folks.
Bro, but why are they doing that? You're gonna hurt somebody. Like, and if a big dude does a dive out the ring to a little person, you shouldn't even get up. That's it. If a wrestling match, if a big dude did a dive on me, I'm staying out the ring. I'm not getting up. You're gonna have to pick me up and actually drag me to the ring. I'm not getting up. I don't care. Like, I'm just not.
Hey guys, remember, Obi Tynes is an indie pro wrestler. So guys, take what he's saying, because he done been slammed, chopped, he done been suplexed, he done been kicked and all. So believe what he's saying.
Like when somebody
it's physics.
Dude, when somebody kicked me in the head, when they try to put me back in the ring, I was dead weight. I'm not moving. If I'm knocked out, if I'm gonna be knocked out, I'm gonna do it for real. You're gonna have to push me in the ring. Come on.
It just sells. All right. The last women's match of the night, we have Aaliyah versus Rhea Bully. Okay, so this is where I have a complaint. Earlier, Robert Stone, like I said, was trying to recruit Rhea into his group. So she bullies him by putting him in a garbage can. Now, I know, the way his character is, I get it, but he never put his hands on her. He never did anything. She put him in a dumpster, okay? So Aaliyah comes to the aid of her manager, and she slaps Ripley. Ripley gets mad, like, why are you gonna smack me for? I'm like, you just bullied her manager. What do you mean? You had it coming to you. If anything, if I saw that, I'd smack you too. I mean, let me take that back, because all y'all in the comments, y'all be trying to cancel everybody. I would not smack a woman, okay? Like, let me get that out the way first. I'm saying figuratively, for what I'm talking about, I would smack somebody too if they was messing with Fizz or Obi. So I would not smack no girl. Like, if I see one of y'all in the comments, I'm going to smack you. Unless you're a woman, then I ain't going to smack you. But if you're a dude, I'm going to smack you because you thinking I would smack a woman, okay? Wouldn't do that.
And this is the equality era. If you're going to have the equal rights, you're going to have the equal lefts.
hey, just like somebody said, these hands is E for everyone, okay? Oh, shoot. But yeah, look, I hate that I even got to mention that, but with everything going on in wrestling lately, you got to protect yourselves, guys. So I wouldn't smack no woman, okay? But I will smack y'all dudes out there if y'all sit there and act ignorant on this channel. But Rhea Ripley, she came off as a bully, man, like, because Aaliyah was sticking up for the guy who just got thrown in a dumpster. So that was my thing. Like, that to me was more interesting than the match. Like, Robert threw a shoe at Rhea Ripley, which got her mad. She chased him around the ring. She's bullying him again. And, what I didn't understand was, while that whole chase scenario was going on, and then when he was in the ring, Rhea Ripley was trying to remove his jacket or whatever, right? Why didn't Aaliyah go for the pin? Like, she waits for everything to finish and then tries to go for the pin. No, go for the pin while she's distracted. But it didn't work. Rhea Ripley beat her with the riptide.
See, I get the science of wrestling, even though I'm not, Obi Times. I'm just looking at it from a fan point of view. We want to see the show and give them the light, and then after the show is done, then the other wrestler comes in and does a schoolboy pin or whatever and tries to get that. We get that effect. But our thing is like, make it look less fake, less formulated, and make it look real for the fans. Because I agree with you. The whole time I'm like, are you going to do something about it? You're going to wait till they're done and then come as if their attention is now changed? Like, no. Like, the diversion is there. Let it happen naturally. So I'm with you. There's nothing else to say. I was going to.
Yeah, and if you're gonna do something with a distraction like that, and if you're gonna have an interaction with Stone, have Aaliyah be out the ring and she's knocked out or something somewhere. If you're gonna do something like that,
right? Because she
don't
literally sat in the corner and watched.
Yeah, you can't. That's hella fake. If that was me in real life, I would freaking knock somebody upside the head if they were distracted. We all would.
Right.
Like you gotta have to be realistic.
What I don't get is she literally cowered in fear in the corner while Rhea wasn't looking. That's when I would usually, if you're a heel, I would attack somebody then. You literally smacked her dead in her face when she threw her in the garbage can, where she threw him in the garbage can. You were brave enough to smack her in her face, which is what made this match. But while she's distracted, you're scared to pin her while she's distracted?
And that's
we can look at psychology. Cowards beat people up from the back. You didn't make a move to beat her up while she's not looking.
And the thing about that, and that's probably why Aaliyah has not went up to the main roster, because those are the things that people look for in matches. When you improvise, a lot of old vets love that. When you just improvise and make stuff look real on the fly. If that happened, and I bet you, if she just does a few things in the ring, she will get a lot of praise in the back, because that's all you had to do. Just get a pin off and tell the ref why you're pinning, or no, actually you don't need to tell the ref. Just tell Rhea while you're in the pin, kick out, and just have her kick out. Be mad that she kicked out, like, oh my goodness, and then turn around, riptide, because you're pissed off.
Right.
Like, you got to make it look realistic.
We're gonna glance over this one really fast. Dexter Lumis won by count out. I don't know what else to say because it played into the storyline. Nothing else happened.
I love Dexter Lumis. I love him. That's a great character.
His
really
music,
good development.
I got to get his theme song from my phone because his music sounds like something out of Mass Effect.
You did,
and I love his music. I freaking love his music. But that's all I got to is I love his music.
It played into the story. I agree. Okay, let me say this correctly because Aaliyah, you didn't do it right. He ran as a coward. He ran in fear. He dipped out the ring because he was scared of him. He did it correctly. Correct formula. All right, so that's all I got to say.
I don't have really nothing else to say about that one. It's just I don't know why they have Roderick Strong looking that scared over really nothing. Like, you see this guy at work.
His character.
I'm like, bro, like, you can, if you see a dude just at work and he's not showing up at your house, I wouldn't be scared. But if a guy kept showing up at my house and staring out my window, keep driving by my house, looking at my family, I'm gonna be scared. I'm gonna be paranoid. So they gotta fix that.
Dexter Lumis, though,
he put him in a trunk. That's it. What?
Yeah. Dexter Lumis, I would be surprised if he doesn't become some champion in NXT. Well, let me take that back because if they're gonna follow, it was 2 weeks ago story. They teased Dexter Lumis won Velveteen Dream to go for the tag team championship, so that might be interesting. But Dexter Lumis has a certain look about him that just says NXT champion. So, we'll see how that goes later down the line.
At least North American, at least.
Yeah, he'll get something. I guarantee it. Main event time, guys. Can
I say this real quick? Because this is actually something good for next week. Can I say this without getting in trouble? Intergender match that we're about to set up for next week.
Robert Stone and
Yeah, so it's gonna be Robert Stone and Aaliyah versus Ripley.
Rhea Ripley.
I hope this doesn't become, because this is one of those situations where somebody's gonna be like in mainstream wrestling, because this has happened all over other promos with intergender matches. All right, so this is not anything different for this whole cancer culture.
But you know how they're gonna do it though. They're gonna sit there and Rhea Ripley's gonna bully both of them, and she gonna be really Aaliyah's gonna take the bulk of it. Robert's gonna be there for comedic relief.
Exactly.
That's all.
He's not going to touch her probably at all.
No, they're not.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
don't let it go crazy.
Rhea Ripley might try to run off the ropes, and Robert grabs her under the foot.
Or accidental slip up, like she falls over the back when he bends down like this.
Exactly. It'll be another comedic match, so I'm not even worried about that.
I'm just worried for this, cancer culture. Just know that this happens before, right?
Did you say cancer culture?
Nah. He said cancel.
Okay.
Hey, with all that, cancel culture has been canceled by Impact. We're just gonna put that out there.
Yep. Like I said, I don't know how to really think about the main event. I'm indifferent. I know a lot of people are glad Keith Lee won. To me, Keith Lee is right now, and like I said, you guys in the comments, you guys can comment, if you disagree with me, and that's fine. He's so one-dimensional to me. Like, something about him is boring. Like, I don't know. I feel like Johnny or Finn Balor would have made a much better type of match for Adam Cole, even if it wasn't for championships. I just feel like both of them would have a better match. And Keith Lee can prove me wrong, but, in this match, it was really, like, Keith Lee did some cool stuff, but Finn Balor and Johnny Gargano were really the ones I was paying attention to. Like, something about Keith Lee just, first off, if you're a face, you're over there talking about, like, how humble do you sound saying, bask in my glory? Like, that feel like a heel kind of thing. Like,
bask in his glory.
Yeah.
Boy, I can't stand
agree to disagree with you because, The Rock, the great one. So I agree to disagree.
Yeah.
See, but he was a heel the whole time
when
he
he
was doing that stuff.
I agree. That's what I'm saying. Like, I see how both of them could, I see it.
I don't know. Like, and he says bask in his glory. Like, I don't know. Like, something about Keith Lee. Like, I like his wrestling, but his character just, it's not cutting it for me.
It's because you're saying bask in your glory, and that's like something that a dictator, a king would say. You're a face. Yeah, it doesn't fit right. That's why it's not working, because it doesn't work for real.
And the thing is, I think he shows so much. And I like I said, Keith Lee, he retained the title, so he'll be going against Adam Cole. My thing is, he has so much personality outside the ring. Like, I've seen how he can actually be. So, and I know it's not on him, but why doesn't WWE let him bring out that character? It's much more enjoyable. Like, I have nothing wrong with his wrestling. I'm mad Finn Balor took the pin, but he is the most established. Oh, sorry, guys. I got a phone call, so I'll just let that go. But he's the most established, so Finn Balor doesn't look bad in defeat. He can come back from this. Johnny Gargano just lost to Keith Lee as well, so you don't want him to keep losing. But I don't know. I guess we'll see how the match goes for me in 2 weeks. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
So here's my take on it. I like Keith,
but it wasn't a bad match.
I agree. I like Keith Lee, but I think he shouldn't have won. I'd rather see the storyline continue with Johnny Gargano, him, finally getting the belt, so we can have this, couple tag family going on right now with, Gargano being champion and Candice LeRae being champion. Like, I'm ready to see that storyline, even though it will happen at some point. Finn Balor, that could have even been better as well. But I guess with Keith Lee winning and having a bigger man lose, because I don't think he's going to win at all next week at all. I guess that's maybe what they wanted to have for the formula right now. But I really was looking forward for Johnny winning. Like, I need to see that happen. He is a great wrestler. He, I think, will keep the ratings up for NXT. Even Adam Cole, he's keeping the ratings up, but Keith Lee, he's not going to win next week.
Because I can't see the casual fans all getting behind Keith Lee with the way his character's presented.
Mm-hmm. He's not going to.
You're absolutely correct.
And like I said, I'm not trying to dog him either because I like Keith Lee. It's just something right now is not connecting with me, and maybe that's why I'm not as impressed. But I don't know. Blue, what do you think, Blue?
It's and like I said before, it's his catchphrase and that kind of like dictator character, and he's trying to be a face, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. That's like saying Adolf Hitler is the greatest man in the world, but he's doing genocide. That's not gonna work. You just can't do that, and that's probably why the character isn't working, because it's not that genuine. It's not that real. And on top of that, he's a big guy, which like you said, his personality outside the ring is awesome, and I don't know why that's not being presented to us. But even though he's a big guy, he needs to start doing some big guy moves. And that's probably another thing why a lot of people aren't really like gravitating towards him, because you're doing everything the cruiserweights do, and you're doing everything else that everybody else in the ring is doing. If you have 3 people in the ring doing the same stuff, it's going to be a boring match. You want to see variety. You got Finn Balor, who's a high flyer, Johnny Gargano, who's a technical wrestler, and then you have Keith Lee, who does the same thing. It's like, but you're a big guy. Why aren't you doing big guy moves? Why aren't you slamming them? Why aren't you picking them up? Why aren't you throwing them around? He's jumping around and hurricanranas and doing everything everybody else does. So he has to separate himself. You can do one of those cruiserweight moves, but keep it to just 1 or 2. You gotta do those big man moves. Slam people, pick them up, throw them around, bully them. You're a big guy. Show your weight off. Have to do those types of things to separate yourself from everybody else. That's probably, and that's just in my opinion, why a lot of people aren't really gravitating him, because the hardcore fans that see him in the indie shows, they love him. And you want to know why they love him? Because he does everything, all the high flying stuff. But then when you go to mainstream wrestling, people aren't going to care because you're doing the same thing everybody else is doing. They want to see something different.
Yep.
That's like Brian Cage. He's doing the same thing, but he has a set personality that's already made for him.
He also has Taz as a mouthpiece, so that helps.
Okay.
Yeah, he definitely has help. I wish he would just keep the Spirit Bomb as a finisher. I don't like the Big Bang Catastrophe.
Yeah.
But
what's the Big Bang Catastrophe? What's that?
Where he lifts
like
him
a jackknife?
A jackhammer.
Oh, the jackhammer.
Yeah, he puts him on his shoulders and then he transitions
he put
to
him
like
up for a
the
fireman's carry, but then he gives him a inverted jackhammer.
Yeah.
You know what he should do? He should do the jackknife powerbomb like Kevin Nash used to do. Pick him up and freaking just let him fall.
Or you know what? If they don't do that, do how he does the Spirit Bomb, except instead of falling down like a sit-down power bomb, you know how Kevin Owens had the pop-up power bomb? The Spirit Bomb could be the same thing, but because he's lifting them higher, it's a longer fall down and it's more impactful. Just
he should
pick up.
He should jump up with it. Make it look more impactful. If you're doing that Batista bomb, jump up with it.
Yeah.
And fall. Like, don't just fall with it. Jump up. Make it look like something. Make it look different.
Exactly. But overall, the show wasn't bad. I'm actually going to give it a 3.5, guys, because, we all talk about we like our stories, but you know what, NXT, I got to give y'all credit because you actually gave us a multitude of matches. You didn't give me 4 matches in a 3-hour show. Raw. That made me sneeze because it got me upset. Thank you. But yeah, they actually gave us a whole bunch of matches. Yeah, we actually got
that dude Dom said I'm allergic to BS.
That was funny. But yeah, it was I'd have to give my match of the night would probably be the main event because there was no. You know what? Yeah, the main event. But Raquel Diaz, you're gonna be my breakout star of the night because I really enjoy your work for what you're doing, and I'm gonna give it a 3.5 because I'm gonna give NXT credit for actually giving us wrestling. So that's me.
I'm actually with you. I was trying to think if I want to give it a 3 or 3.2. I'm gonna give it a 3.5. We had 7 matches in 2 hours. I felt like they didn't focus on the whole promos. They did it very quickly to get it over with. Even though there was still like almost too many with Robert Stone, but that was part of the proceeding that he needed to do for Ripley, whatever they're gonna do with her.
Exactly.
So yeah, it was actually a good NXT. I'm actually for NXT. If you heard a lot of the statements I say in our videos, not for Raw SmackDown at all. But NXT is still doing really good. They are actually rising in their ratings. So
better than AEW.
dude. But seriously though, it was a good NXT. Like, between the matches, Triple H, you're doing good. Vince McMahon,
you're not.
Alexa Bliss, right here. Okay.
Yeah, I had to give the show a 3.5, man. It was very entertaining. The first thing that came on was an actual match that a lot of people want to see, and that's how.
That's what AEW does.
That's what people before AEW used to do, before they even existed. So
a good formula.
Yeah, and they had some really really entertaining matches, and I like just like Fizz said, the promos were short, sweet, to the point, and yeah, that's how you do weekly television, people. Not like AEW. Be like NXT.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you. NXT, AEW, not Raw, SmackDown.
No, not
Raw, and SmackDown they got to fix that.
Well, if I can say something, because I want to say this part. All right, so because I'm an AEW fan, you know, we got Fyter Fest coming up next week. Great American Bash, which should be a pay-per-view, not a random standard TV show. You know, we talked about it before we did this video. NXT have done this before, but I feel like they kind of just like underbelted us real quick to say, here, we're going to try to compete with Fyter Fest. What y'all say on this?
It's only messed up because just like War Games, the Great American Bash, rest his soul, is a creation of Dusty Rhodes. So it's petty, Vince. That's petty, okay? I don't have much else to say about it. I still think Fyter Fest is going to be a more enjoyable thing just because they've been building this already. So we're actually going to be reviewing AEW next week because of Fyter Fest. John Moxley, I don't know how that's going to work out because of I know it's a little disappointing. Because John Moxley came in contact with Renee Young, his wife, and she does have the coronavirus. We don't know how that's gonna affect the show next week. So there's that. But back to Great American Bash, Vince. That's petty. Okay, that's real petty.
Yeah, I don't. It's definitely petty. I understand why they did it. And why they're probably going to continue to do it, and to be honest, why stop when you got Cody Rhodes sitting there mocking you and the Young Bucks mocking you all the time? Hey, I would do it too. I'm like, hey, I got the rights, I got the money. Y'all keep making fun of us, I'll make fun of y'all too.
I just wish
you that because that's from a villain standpoint. I agree with you, actually.
I just wish it wasn't at Dusty Rhodes' expense though. Like
yeah, I wish it wasn't.
Especially because he's deceased. I wish it was something else that they could use, but it's like both times have been a Dusty Rhodes, crossroads, no pun intended. But it's like, dang, I wish it wasn't him that had to, be in the middle of this somehow. But yeah, Vince is a petty guy.
WWE, man.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon from the womb was born petty, and he will die petty. So it is what it is. We just wanted to make that known real quick. But as always, guys, stupid thing. Like, comment, and subscribe. like, comment, and subscribe, guys. We're gonna be doing SmackDown Friday.
Excuse me, guys. I do. Freaking arrow farted and the darn phone fell off. You gotta excuse him.
Oh boy, he's an idiot. Guys, I'm signing off. I am Arrow.
Is this the first show? Is this the first show I did? That's also his name?
Oh shoot, it is.
Yes!
It is. I'm actually upset too. Dang it, man. Watch. Hey, you know what's crazy, guys? He's gonna mess up the name as soon as we get off of here too, and I'm gonna be mad. Dang. Dang it, man. He did. Congratulations, man. He
That's because you should have said Damian Prince. You should.
Oh man, he sure did. We'll see how next week goes, though. Actually, we got Friday. So you guys, as always, thanks for all the love and support. You guys want to go ahead and plug yourselves out because I've already done so.
Yep, this is your boy Fizz. You know what it is. We got that AEW next week, though.
I'm not watching AEW.
Okay.
And he's gonna have to reveal his comment on it. So.
Me and Fizz are gonna go ahead and cover AEW, and then OB Ties can go ahead and do on the same video. He can do NXT by himself.
Dog, AEW this week had another black wrestler lose in like 5 seconds.
I didn't see it yet, but I will.
He said, "Dog."
I know Pineapple was up there though, and he lost.
Who?
Pineapple Pete, and his name is
Sugar Dunkington.
Ain't nobody worry about him. Anyway, it's your boy OB Times. You can follow me at The Activist OBT on Twitter.
Oh yeah, that's right. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at Big Boss DJB. Real simple.
Hey, if you want to follow the AEW fan right here, because I'm gonna keep this going, guys. But Fizz Nation, that's that JFIZZELL7. Go ahead and get me because I'm gonna start my gaming promo soon.
Wait a minute, can I just say something? How you gonna say you can follow me at Fizzle Nation, but then say J Fizzle?
The Fizz Nation.
But you didn't. But your tag ain't J. It ain't Fizz Nation. It's J Fizzle. You said you can follow me at Fizz Nation, but you gave him J Fizzle. So you just confused them.
I said the followers, the followers, the Fizz Nation, bro.
Blue, you get what I'm saying, right?
Fans.
I got you. I got you.
Hey guys, that was my mess up of the night. All right, we're gonna call it the goo goo on the night. We gotta keep this show rolling, man.
Hey, oh my god!
All right,
oh my goodness gracious, he made me mess up. That's funny. All right, guys, we're gonna head out. We love you guys. Fizz, you can go ahead and cut us out.
All right, guys, go ahead, subscribe button, let all your friends know, man, because we just have.
Oh boy,
keep it real. So go ahead and subscribe button, go ahead and like it. Tell your friends, get our views up, guys, so you keep this going for us, guys. All right, we out.